OOPs asks if she's an asshole for not getting a tattoo. Disclaimer. I am not OOP. OOP is you, Throwfaraway 1819 posting in R, am I the asshole in R, AITAH. AITA for not getting a tattoo and getting what I deserve. February 4th, 2023. I-19F went to a tattoo parlor yesterday. Me and my friends were about getting piercings. One of my girlfriends said that I should try this machine out, which happened to be a deciding tattoo ball machine. To make this clear, a little ball comes out of the machine and whatever tattoo you get is free. Apparently, if you get a tattoo from the ball machine and you don't like it, you ultimately have to get that tattoo no matter if you like it or you don't. Of course, my friend didn't tell me this. When the tattoo came out, I didn't find it at all appealing and put it back in the plastic ball. One of the workers there saw me put it back in the ball and told me that if I'm not gonna get it, then I have to leave. I told her that I booked an appointment to get a piercing that I already paid for, and I had no idea about the rules with the ball machine. She rolled her eyes and told me that I was obviously lying because everybody knows about the rules. I told her, well, I didn't know the rules, and so she should let this pass. She shook her head and said the only way I was getting my piercing was if I was going to get a tattoo. I told her no, and then I am getting my piercing, and if I'm not getting my piercing that I want to refund I paid to get the appointment. She refused and kicked me out. Some of my friends said that she was completely in the wrong and something was fishy about the place and to not go there again, while the girlfriend who mentioned the ball machine and some others said that I was a complete arsehole for not getting the tattoo and I wasted everyone's time and I was being over dramatic because I didn't like it. I could always get lasered off. So AITA? Tattoo update. February 5th, 2023. This update is from Am I the Asshole? Just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who commented on my post and gave me advice. I really appreciate you guys and will try and give you as much context as I can. Yesterday night me and my friends were having a sleepover. The ones who were not mad at me, and they told me to post my experience on AITA because I was having doubts and felt like I was in the wrong, which it was a bit of a relief to know that I wasn't going crazy after my post. I quickly emailed the manager to ask if I can please meet up with them and talk about a certain situation that happened yesterday. He quickly responded and said he was going to be in the shop tomorrow, and if I want, I can come down and we can have a talk. I agreed. I met up with him this morning and was met with a kind gentleman named James. This is how the conversation went. James: hello lovely, you wanted to talk to me about a certain situation that happened yesterday. Me: yes, I was supposed to get a piercing yesterday. Tells him whole story. James: shocked in absolute horror, I'm so sorry, we would never force any of our customers to get a tattoo that they don't want to get. We also don't give free tattoos. The gumball is $50 and then you get free tattoo that one of our artist has designed. If you don't like the tattoo, it's $20 to roll again. Did you pay for it? Me: no, I just spun the handle because my friend told me to. But I did pay for the piercing and for the appointment, and because I was kicked out, I was wondering if I could have my money back? James: yes, of course dear, absolutely. Sends money back. James: I am so sorry. And if you ever come back here again, which I don't blame you, if you don't, you can get any jewelry. We have 30% off your first purchase. I'm so sorry you went through that experience, but may I ask, what did one of my employees look like? Me: yes, sure. Explained what they look like. She also has blonde hair. James: confused, shaking his head. I'm sorry lovely. We only have one person here with blonde hair. That's a girl and she's not an actual employee. She's a trainee, apprentice. She's actually here right now. Let me go get her. The girl who kicked me out. then came out with James. And she looked absolutely terrified. I confirmed that it was her. She then started crying, explaining her side. Apparently the girl who was supposed to pierce me was running late after her lunch break and the trainee didn't know when she was coming back. The other tattoo artists were busy doing tattoos and the receptionist went to the bathroom. And she didn't want to disturb them. Please keep in mind that the tattoos artists were trained to help her even if they have clients, and she wasn't left alone. When she saw me, my friends come in, she got a bit overwhelmed because she's only been working there for a week. And she didn't know how to work the register. When she saw me trying to put the gumball back, she thought I was trying to swap it out. Apparently she wasn't trying to tell me that I had to get a tattoo, but more trying to tell me that I wasn't allowed to swap it. And then I had to get that tattoo. Get what you're given. When she saw me put it back still, she thought I was trying to swap without paying. She said she was even more freaked out because some of tattoo artists told her that people try and swap out gumballs. So she was just trying to make sure that wasn't gonna happen. She said she was just trying to be responsible without the artist help, because she felt she was becoming a burden to them. I understand how she felt. And I also feel like she was being completely genuine. The poor thing could barely breathe while telling me the story. She kept apologizing to me and that she just has bad anxiety. James comforted her for a bit and told her to go wash her face. He apologized to me and said that he's gonna help her get trained a bit more and never leave her alone like that again. He kept apologizing to me and said that he's extremely sorry and he's gonna help her get used to the environment and the customers so she never has to feel that way, and that way she feels more in control. I told him it was never my intention to get anyone in trouble, but I was just very confused about the situation and understood why she did what she did. We had a bit more of a chat and I went over a friend's place. I then called all the girls that were upset at me and confronted them about the situation. They said that they were just really angry because they didn't get their jewelry they wanted to buy. I told them that wasn't an excuse to try and peer pressure me to get something permanently on my body. They said that they weren't being serious and said, "Sorry you interpreted that way." When I confronted the girl who told me to do the gumball machine in the first place, she told me that she was just curious about it. She said she did know that I did have to pay for it but didn't know there was a probability that I was gonna get kicked out. I told her if she knew I was in the wrong for not paying for the ball, why did she encourage me to go back in there and get it? She told me she was just really embarrassed that we had to get kicked out and a tattoo wouldn't have hurt me. Me and her were back and forth. And finally, I dropped the conversation and now they are acting like everything is normal. I'm still going to be friend with them. My mom has always told me to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do until I slowly push myself away without her noticing. Also, just to say, I don't think they were trying to scam me. James instantly gave me my money back after looking up to make sure I had an appointment that I missed and was extremely apologetic. For the girl who kicked me out, I don't think she was trying to do this on purpose. I do remember her voice been a little bit shaky while telling me to get out. Maybe I'm gullible, but I believe she didn't mean what she did. Well, that's all for the update. Unfortunately, a lot of people won't see this considering it was removed, but please everyone be safe. And I'll make an update if anything happens with my friend group. Reminder, I am not Oop. Please do not contact Oop or comment on her original posts. The real assholes are the friends trying to force someone to get a tattoo. Screw people like that. "It was never mind." Tension is one of my favorite typos ever. Not making fun of Oop. It's literally just very charming. A tattoo wouldn't have hurt me. What? Dang. I'm glad it was all a miscommunication. I bet the apprentice could have ultimately gotten her point across if the friends hadn't been piling on. What a ludicrous thing to force the issue on. I smell mean girl. Oop is right to phase those unhealthy friendships out. As a tatted and pierced gal myself, I was horrified when I originally read the first post. My personal experience with employees at piercing and tattoo parlors has always been super positive. And I could never in a million years imagine them pressuring someone into getting ink they didn't want. In fact, I've had artists actually try to talk me out of certain tats placements. In the end, I'm glad Oop was able to clear up the situation with the manager, and hopefully the apprentice gets a whole hell of a lot more training before being trusted again with customers. Keep your friends close but your enemies closer only really applies to stuff like strategic alliances between feudal nation-states. Not so much teenage girl cliques, but sure. Have fun hanging out with awful people for no reason, I guess. Person shrugging. Just get a tat you don't like so we're not inconvenienced with friends like those. Who needs enemies? Some others said that I was a complete arsehole for not getting the tattoo and I wasted everyone's time and I was being over dramatic because I didn't like it. I could always get lasered off. Yup. It's only very expensive, painful, long, and possibly not very successful. Absolutely love the eggcorn, never mind tension, in place of never my intention. Wonderful. Off topic, but does anyone know why new posts don't show up on this sub until hours later? I literally just searched by new and saw nothing. Then a few minutes later I did it again and a post pops up saying, submitted an hour ago. IDK if it's just this sub or all of Reddit. But it's annoying when I can't ever see new posts until a random amount of time later. I don't understand the trainee's reasoning for canceling a piercing appointment without refund. If she's so anxious, why is she doing the most confrontational thing she can do? She shook her head and said the only way I was getting my piercing was if I was going to get a tattoo. I told her no, and then I am getting my piercing, and if I'm not getting my piercing that I want to refund I paid to get the appointment. She refused and kicked me out. This is very different too. When she saw me put it back still, she thought I was trying to swap without paying. She said she was even more freaked out because some of tattoo artists told her that people try and swap out gumballs. So she was just trying to make sure that wasn't gonna happen. So either Oop had very poor memory of what was said and how it went down, or the girl was lying through her teeth and Oop fell for it. I'm still going to be friend with them. My mom has always told me to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. What god-awful advice. Is mom a secret Chinese warlord? Moral of the story: kids are idiots. Oh nice. I had indeed not seen the update even though I did see the OG post. I can understand the trainees' panic and confusion, especially with that weird setup. I'm glad the solution is more training, an apology and money back. The friends, however, they suck. Selfish. Cowards. Liars. Great thing my psychologist said once is that people needs to take accountability for the impact. Their words have not just their intention. So whether her friends feel like Op misinterpreted them or not, they're still assholes for taking no responsibility for their words. I'm a tattooer and see so many groups of people coming in trying to force their friends into getting a tattoo when they clearly don't want it and look uncomfortable. Don't be this friend. The last thing I ever want to do is give someone a tattoo when they aren't 100% sure they want it and aren't comfortable. It's a shame this person's friends and the artist, piercer, made this girl feel bad for not getting something that will be on them forever. Alternative title: Two morons collide. I don't think anyone rational's first thought would normally be taking apart the gumball machine. That isn't theirs. To put things back. And it sounds like the intern isn't too good at communicating in general, considering how quickly she jumped to "get out and don't come back." Not exactly helped by the friend who actually did want to scam the shop. I told him it was never my intention to get anyone in trouble. Bone apple tea. Is it just me, or is Oop is really nice? Or naive? But reading this made me glad to no longer having to deal with teenage friendship.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.